Welcome to another episode of Herm Radio. I'm here today. I'm your guy, Herm, your host with the most, and we got a very special guest today. Before I introduce him, I'm with my guy, my brother from another.
DJ Schoolyard.
What's
here
up,
Herm
bro?
Radio. What's up, my man?
How you been, man? How was your week?
Good. Stressful week, but we're here. Do another episode with you, Herm Radio, making this thing happen. Let's go.
Let's go. What's your hat mean?
Oh, the PG versions. I love records.
Oh, okay. I see where that's going. We're gonna leave that alone. Keep it politically correct. Today we got a man. He got soul on the mic. He got substance in his lyrical ability. He's got passion in his performance. He's a man of dynamic musical abilities. He's a guy that collaborates, works with a team, but he holds his own as a solo act as well. Today we are here with J.Vybe.
Yes, sir. It's good to see you, brother. Thanks
J-Vybe,
for having me.
How you doing, man? Introduce
chilling.
yourself, bro.
Yeah. Yes, sir. My name is J.Vybe. I'm a hip-hop artist and drummer from North Shore, Massachusetts. I work with a whole bunch of artists all over New England. I've helped organize a bunch of shows. I work tightly with Bars Over Bars and Hustle Killer. I'm just looking to continue growing.
I don't mean to be that guy, but the gums is gonna hinder it.
Okay.
It's gonna hinder the voice a little bit. You're not
Right.
gonna swallow
No,
it.
it's gone, bro. I
Oh,
swallowed it. Yeah, it's
damn,
gone.
bro.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh man.
You're a 90s kid.
Yeah,
That's what we
Yo,
used to
that's
do.
that's
That's
hardcore.
what we
right
used to
there.
do.
That's hardcore. That's taking one for the team.
How you
Let's
feeling,
go.
bro?
I'm doing great, bro. Life's so good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What you been up to, man?
I've been working, man, doing solo hip hop and drumming and organizing shows, and I've worked with hundreds of artists all over New England, and we're slowly growing with Bars Over Bars and Hustle Killer, and just trying to connect and network and continue building with other dope artists around the world.
Facts.
Yeah.
And so for those that don't know, who is J.Vybe? Where are you from? How did you start in music? And what is your approach to music?
Yeah, so who's J.Vybe? I mean, I started very, very young. My parents were both musicians. My dad and mom have both been in and out of bands since before I was born. So that's where it really started, but kind of grew into hip hop. I mean, it started out listening to Eminem, I think was one of the first hip hop songs I heard. I think it was Without Me was one of the first hip hop songs I ever heard. Yeah.
Which one was that?
That's Two Trailer Park Girls Go Round Me. That song.
Okay.
So that was the first hip hop song I ever heard, and I just fell in love with it. And it's kind of crazy. So how I started really getting into being an artist, I was writing 10 years before I ever picked up a mic. And that was just a way for me to like get out of my own head. And like I was sitting in class and I couldn't sit still or pay attention, so I would just be writing nonsense in my notebooks.
Like writing raps or just writing
writing like a little of both, but mainly raps, and mainly just like playing with word structure, and just like I just like the poetic aspect of it, and that's always been like a driving factor for me.
Do you think my fault?
Just out of curiosity, you said "Without Me" was his first song. And what medium did you hear it in? Was it?
It was
radio?
just on the radio, and my mom she shut it off. She was like, "We're not listening to this, dude." And like she, I kind of, she knows and is of, she knows what's good with Eminem now, obviously, like years later. But like at the time, it was new. She'd never heard that, and she was like, "Oh, you're definitely not listening to this." And that like kind of sparked me being like, I gotta.
Yeah, it's only gonna make you want to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
right,
I gotta do it. You know what I mean?
So being exposed to that, would you go home? Would you go to the computer? Would you watch it like on MTV?
Yeah,
What
I
would
mean,
you do?
actually, we had LimeWire back in the day. So I was burning CDs on LimeWire completely legally, and that's what it was. And like I was kind of just hoarding CDs for a while with different playlists. It was like I was getting into Tupac at like 14, 15, and like hearing all this other, just a whole bunch of different things. I'm still just doing the same thing, just trying to find new shit and new styles and new approaches to this incredible art form that we got here.
Is there any obscure artists you listened to back then that was like really inspirational to you, but they didn't like make it to modern day? Somebody that maybe we don't know about nowadays?
I mean, artists, bands. I mean, bands specifically. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I listened to a lot of like Steely Dan, Eagles, Pink Floyd growing up. But like artists that didn't make it. I mean, as far as hip hop goes, like I'd love to see like, and I mean he kind of made it anyway, but like more Watsky, more of like I don't know. There's some underground people like Spose who blew up. He's a main artist, you know. Uh, I don't know. It's hard to say.
I never heard of them guys.
No,
Yeah,
it's
same here, man.
Spose is well, he's up in Maine. I forget. He's with P Dank. He does a whole like, and they're like, I mean, he's been around. You know the song "I'm Awesome." It's like I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm awesome.
No.
That's a classic Watsky song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta look that up.
So we
Yeah.
got-
Or sorry,
for sure.
Spose. That's Spose, not Watsky.
Okay.
Uh,
Nah, I never heard of it. So he's from Maine? Is
yeah,
that
he's
Maine?
from Maine, and like Chris Webby. I was listening to Chris Webby on Dat Piff when
Yeah.
he blew, when he
Chris Webby blew
he
the hell
crashed
up.
datpiff.com and that's like the mixtape central of the time, like
And he's
between
from Maine? Is
he's
it?
from Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I mean, obviously he's a pillar now of
Yeah.
New England rap, and Token, he just took Token on a tour. Him and Annoyed. Do you know Annoyed?
Nah,
he's
you blowing my spot up, man.
Yeah,
No,
man.
it's all
You're
good.
like,
So-
yo, you're rich.
Yeah, hey. So Annoyed is
And money
I think,
too.
I think he's from Connecticut as well, and he's one of the most. He's just unique as I've never heard an artist like Annoyed. His flows and his metaphors and his ability to create is crazy.
So I know you said that Eminem was kind of one of your first introductions to hip hop. So that being said, what came first for you? Hip hop, rock, or pop music?
Rock. I grew up like my parents are both have been in and out of bands since before I was born.
Okay.
And my dad grew up in Beverly, Massachusetts, and he played for this band called the Candles. And at the time, if people grew up in the 70s, 80s around Beverly, Salem, Peabody, you know of the Candles.
Shout out to the Candles.
Yeah, shout out the Candles, who like there's members that are no longer around, but my dad has been involved in the music scene since he was in high school. And what's crazy, so shout out Robbie Rowe, because his dad and my dad grew up together.
Oh,
Wow.
word.
And they were in bands together growing up.
Wow, both
And-
your dads
That's
made
you.
music and you guys made
And
music?
so
That's
his
cool.
dad was the best man in my parents' wedding.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, shout out Robbie, Chris Rowe. Shout out Chris Rowe.
So this is a family thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, for
It goes
sure.
deep, bro. And,
Wow.
and it's carrying. I got 2 kids now that are both. I got them. You know, it's expensive, so I'm not doing it as much now. But they were both in music lessons, and like just trying to push it forward and surround myself with as much of this as I possibly can.
So that's interesting because you have your folks, you have generations of band culture,
Mm-hmm.
and then you talked about the artists from Maine,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where band culture it's very organic, very
Mhm.
local,
Yep.
right?
Sure.
And then you have your artists from Maine. Like, why is it that it doesn't translate? You know what
I
mean?
think it should. I think it does. I mean, like for certain people, it does. For me, I kind of transformed a world where I can do both things, classic rock and hip hop in any direction. Like, and not bad, pretty good. I feel like it's just such an open concept of an idea of a band. We're not held to any genre or direction. We can do whatever we want with that. So we do bring in hip hop, and we do like, I've been trying to learn how to drum and rap at the same time, and I
Oh,
can't.
damn.
I can't do it, bro. I've been trying really hard,
Yeah,
and I
for
can't
the
do it. Shout out,
brain, like, I
shout
don't know if
out
the brain's
Anderson
built for
Paak,
that.
because he be doing that to the best level I've ever seen.
Damn.
But I can't do it at all. So like I've kind of, I do obviously the drumming in the band, so we have to do more Robbie songs. So I've kind of taken a back seat in the band to push Robbie's, and it's like collectively it's all of our music. We
Yeah.
transform it into our own thing. But I would love to do more of my shit with the band, but I'm at drumming. I can't rap and drum and have the drums sound as good as they should. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, I'm
One
chilling.
day.
I'm chilling where I'm at. It's all good.
One day.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, man. Because I know, obviously I'm an artist as well.
Yep.
Um,
A real fucking good one.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
But one thing I've noticed, man, bands, collectives, collaborations, it's not easy. It's not easy whatsoever. What's the secret for you and for your crew to where y'all have really stuck together? Y'all have stayed together and y'all have built on that foundation. And I know firsthand, like that's not easy.
It's
What's the
definitely,
secret for y'all?
It's not easy, and it's really hard, like juggling everybody wants something different creatively, myself included, and it's really like it's hard juggling everybody's emotions, and like we've kind of gone through some hard times where like clashing heads and clashing ideas about the set list and about the direction and about the types of shows and about the songs that we're playing. And but for me, and maybe it takes a certain type of person, but like it's bigger than myself, and I know that. You know what I mean? I just love it so much that I'm willing to sacrifice whatever, you know what I mean? As far as like, you know, putting on for other people and letting other people shine. Like I just want to see that and be a part of it. You know what I mean? I don't care how it comes.
So it's
So
like a certain level of humility and letting go.
yeah, man, and it's like at the end of the day, we only got so much time on here, and it's like I don't want to waste it fucking competing with the people that have the same type of goals that I do and the
Yeah.
same hustle. It's like why would I try to like pull that down?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I want to see all y'all eat and grow. It's like I don't know, what else are we doing here?
Yeah.
There's too much bullshit and people hating on each other. It's like I want to see people shine.
Now that's real, because competition really is a big part of the community, the music community, and I feel like sometimes it doesn't need to be.
It like there's an importance to it, but you get if you let your ego take over, you get lost in the competition, and it's like okay, well, it's like I'm better at this than this person and that,
Yeah.
and it's like yo, it's art, it's subjective. You know what I
So
mean?
you
It's like
think
how do you say whose is better? It's like it's just art, and it's like we're all here just trying to, we're
That's what I
pushing for the
believe.
same goal.
Like nowadays, you got a lot of like Kendrick versus Drake and all that type of
Which
stuff,
is
and it's like they're very different.
they be pushing the divide and the distract, bro. It's
That's
like
a
let's
fact.
separate. You're either on this side or that side.
Polarity.
Right.
Yeah.
And
But do you feel like it's like like the track race that you need something to pull you to move forward? As you as an individual, not to say hey I want to be this person, but for you to move forward to be like I need to move it up.
I
In a
think
sense.
I think I can't help but be a little competitive, and I try to check my ego a little bit. But there's definitely times where I'm like, oh damn, I should be a little more thoughtful about how I think and react to certain situations. Uh, but I don't know. It definitely like I compete with myself a lot personally, but I think, a healthy competition, like even between, I see Robbie and it's like I see him do real good and it's like, oh, that makes me want to do real good. You
Like
know what I
brotherly
mean?
competition.
Yeah, it's like I don't care. You know what I mean? I just want to do the shit. And like we're in the same circle and it's like I feel the same about all the other dope artists in the community. And like I don't feel the need to I'm not competing with nobody. There's enough to go around. You know what I mean? It's like there's enough opportunity, there's enough uh, abundance. When you think in terms of abundance, life be hitting differently. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's real right there.
Real shit.
Right. I love how you said about it's enough to go around. You're the second person is a DJ J.Vybe. Shout out to him, who definitely put that on my mind. And you're
And
right.
and it's even on like it's on a spiritual level. Abundance is a spiritual thing. When you think I don't need anything because I'm already here and I already have it. I don't need anything to be happy. I'm
Yeah.
already happy. You know what I mean? I'm already where I want to be. I'm already hitting my dream and goals. I'm like, living my dream. I used to be in middle school writing 10 years ago because I wanted to do this shit. And here I am like running shit. You know what I mean? So it's like this is it's manifestation when you are living like that, I think.
You talk about spirituality and manifestation. Is there any thought leaders or books that kind of like brought you in this direction?
Yeah.
Like, how did you get
KRS
involved in
One.
that? KRS-One? Wow.
Yeah, KRS-One, dude. I went through it for a very long time, and I've had dark moments. There was a period of my life where I was just struggling, and there was a KRS-One speech that he gave that changed my fucking life. Real shit. And it was called The 30 Minutes of Truth. And it talks just about, there's like parts of it at the end that I don't really resonate with, but there's certain parts of just about like you have an inner voice inside your head, and that is you, the true you, and the true being is here. And when you are, when you're putting out intentions and you're doing it in here, it's like you don't need to move your mouth at all. It's all starts in here. And like if you just follow that, like things start clicking, and like you start seeing these little synchronicities with the universe where like certain numbers be popping up and certain people just drop into your life and shit. And that is like that's what I'm addicted to. You know what I mean? I just
too,
love
bro.
that shit, bro.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's
And
like Temple of Hip Hop right there.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I've been,
Yeah.
bro, I've been studying. I've been through the like, you know, through the fire and back out of it, like just as far as rabbit holes and like critical thinking and trying to figure out sense in everything, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, I feel very empowered and very in charge of my own life, and it has not been like that forever. It took
That's
a
a
lot of
beautiful
growth
thing,
and
man.
a lot of hard times to get there.
That's a beautiful thing, and it's
Yeah.
worth it, right?
Yeah.
When you actually get there,
Yeah.
not that the journey's over. It's always
No,
going to
bro,
be
and
ups and downs, but
right.
once you look back though,
Yep.
now from this,
It's like, thank God I did what I
Thank
did,
God.
bro. And like, you know, I think people still, certain people that don't know, you know, don't go to shows, but like certain people outside looking in are like, this kid's crazy. What are you doing? And I think every artist and creative feels that. It's like, but then the table, you know, you go long enough and you hone your craft, the tables turn. And it's like, you know what I mean? I don't need you. I don't need you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I got everything I fucking need. You know what I mean?
First they laugh at you, then they laugh with you, and then they want to do what you're doing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
you know, and it's like there's also a part of you that like, you know, you don't want to let your ego hold on to that either. It's like it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a human thing, and it's like nobody owes you anything. Why are we? You know what I mean? Why are people getting so? It's like
Yeah.
you know, if this is all it ever is, like I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's like that thing they say that it's about the wolf that you feed. You got the dark aspect, and you got the light aspect. How you perceive your experience is gonna be which one you feed.
Yeah, man.
So you can think about the people that don't believe in you or don't rock with you or don't understand your art, but if you focus on those that do, and if you seek out only the ones that do, that's
Right.
when you're winning. That's when
abundance,
you're
baby.
manifesting.
That's abundance, and like abundance comes in many forms, and my favorite form is people. It's like I've had, so just I don't know, not bad, pretty good, be going crazy. So in less than 3 years, we've done over 100 shows, 8 or 9 festivals. We've played at 4 or 5 different universities. We've done Salem, Mass on Halloween night 2 years in a row through Creative Collective, and won Best Band 2 years in a row through Bars and Over Bars with over 400 votes.
Shout out Bars Over
Bars Over Bars is one of the best things to happen to hip hop.
New England hip hop.
Specifically New England hip hop, but I would argue around the country hip hop, because he'd be doing stuff in Oregon too.
That's a fact.
And like, I don't know, I've just met artists all over the country through it. You know what I mean? Just people, random people that I'd never know. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy. Life's crazy, man.
That's true.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What's the wildest, you perform all over, like you said. What's the wildest performance moment you've ever had?
For me, there's a lot, man. I mean, it's hard to say. It kind of it blurs together at some point. You know what I mean? I've done like so many.
What's one that
There's
really
one. So like,
out?
there's a few. There's my last birthday show was really cool, and I was kind of like in a funk for a minute and kind of just like feeling down, and I was actually going through health issues. So I was like, there was a lot of things going on, but it was a show that I almost didn't even go to because I was sick. And Hero made me. He was like, "You gotta come."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right." And I was like, I got asthma. I was having trouble breathing and stuff. And so I go there, and it's just like packed wall to wall. And I was like, you know, it'll be like it'll be a little show. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't expecting much, and you know who end up coming out was Terminology.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like, you know, Nim K obviously, and DJ Deadeye, and all of the Good Dad Gang and all those guys. They came out, and I mean, I've known Terminology since before I even started doing shows. I've been listening to him and all the shit he's been doing.
He's major out here.
But I hadn't met him before, and I think it was Nim that came up to me, and she was like, "Yo, Terminology wants to meet you." And I was like, "Oh shit, word," you know what I mean? So I went over there, and I got to like, you know, shake hands with them and just be like, "Yo, you know, what's good?" You know what I mean? And that's like, that just means a lot. Little things like that. There's been others too. I got engaged to my fiance at one of the shows that we did, and I actually wrote a song. Me and her have a song together that is literally our life story, and it's a hip hop song that's rapped back. It's a conversation back and forth between me and her where she raps and I rap, and it's about our story. And we did that live. And at the end of it, I dropped to a knee and proposed to her. And that was like,
I've
she
seen that video.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
iconic.
Yeah.
That's iconic
Yeah.
stuff right there.
So it's like, I'm just trying to do this shit. And, my whole life it's been people, nobody fucking has believed in me. You know what I mean? That's everybody feels like that, I think. But, that's a fire that I have underneath me that keeps me going.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, in your, you talked about creativity and inspiration. Is there like an album or something that you use as a reference that then you move forward with?
Like for other artists,
Yeah.
like that I look up to. Yeah, my favorite hip hop artist, favorite hip hop artist and album of all time, Andre 3000, and Atlians.
Okay.
Is my favorite album of all time. That one, the reason my logo is a cartoon alien is because of that album, and it just like that's been a big inspiration for me forever, and he's been one of my favorite artists forever.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it is,
So,
and all of them, all of their albums are phenomenal.
Yeah. You rock with Big Boy too?
Yeah, bro, and his what is it called? Freakonomics. Have you heard that one? I think
Big
that's
Boy?
the name. I think that's the name of the album. It's a blue. Maybe it's not called that. I forget the name of the album, but it's a big blue cover. And it's dope. He's got it's like a solo project that he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah,
Nah, that's super iconic,
Yeah.
man. Is performing with a band different than performing over tracks? Like, what is the difference for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different being a drummer. It's a whole lot more equipment to lug in, which is fun. So that's the hard part. But I mean, as far as the feeling I get, not really. I enjoy them. It's kind of, they compete with each other, both like in my heart and head. You know what I mean? It's like I love the both of them, and sometimes Not Bad Pretty Good overshadows J.Vybe and vice versa, and like I'm just riding the wave. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of driving itself, and we're booked through September, and life's great, bro. I can't. I got nothing to complain about. I'm so happy.
No, you guys are active,
Yeah.
man. That's one thing
Hell
that's
yeah.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
That's interesting because you're like, in comparison, like the Roots, right? And
Sure.
you have this extension. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could do your thing.
And
so-
cross promoting,
Yeah, like
and just
Black
like
Thought.
it's gotten us into every room ever. You know what I mean? Just like cross promoting and just being cool and talking to everybody in the room and showing love, and that's more important to me than anything else.
So, we talked a lot about where you came from, what you got going on right now. When all is said and done, what legacy do you want your music to leave?
Man, I just want to I want people to remember me and just know that I'm dope at what I do and put my everything into it. And if all of my music, I've always kind of had a positive spin on almost all my music, and I try real hard to put out good intentions and like dropping knowledge in tracks and stuff, like real conscious hip hop, like
Yeah.
On some philosopher, I'm trying to figure out the real secrets of the universe.
Very thoughtful lyrics.
Yeah, and so if that exponentially, if that grows into something and it helps people and like helps people break out of this, like there's so much negativity and like this hypersexuality that's pushed through
Yeah, I
music
get sick of
everywhere,
that.
bro. It's like I'm so sick of the same
Yep.
like cycle of violence and drugs and mistreating women. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm
Real talk,
sick of
real
it, bro. It's like family and love is way more influential than that. Like
100%.
why are we stuck in this like bullshit low vibe and ass position?
100%. And that leads me. There's a subject that I like to talk about on Herm Radio because it's something that I embody and I represent. It's important to me. But it's a principle that I feel like we throw away or devalue a lot in hip hop music and music in general. And that's the relationship, the family. So you're somebody, you just told us that you're somebody that at your performance proposed and asked your fiance to marry you at your performance. So not only you're not doing this behind closed doors, you're not doing it because you're pressured to. Literally on the stage where you're doing the thing you love, you wanted to share that moment with everybody.
Right.
How important is your relationship with your fiance to you, and like why is that something that we should value nowadays when it's something that so many don't value?
I mean, She's everything to me, man. We've been through so much stuff together. When I met her, her kids were, so I'm a stepfather. Her kids were 5 and 10, and almost 10 years later, they're 15 and 18. Her son just got into Greater Lawrence Tech School he wants to be a welder. Her daughter is
Nice.
going to become a radiologist.
Oh wow.
And I mean, I think family's the most important thing that we have. What are we doing if it's not family? And like, it's hard. Some people don't have family or a good family, but like you got to create that. Then, it's a lost
Real
value.
talk.
It's so like, I think there's, I don't know who's pulling strings with all the crazy bullshit going on in the world right now, but I think there's an active push to separate the family unit. And I
agree.
I think it's the most sickening thing. It's like
And a lot of us are playing into it.
Yeah, tell me about it. And like, there's history behind that and reasons behind that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to go crazy deep into it.
What is it? What are a couple of the reasons you think?
I mean, if you look at, wasn't there, I'm pretty sure there was a meeting in the early 80s with I don't even want to say who, but there was people that were in power that pulled a bunch of artists into a room and said,
Talking
hey,
about the prison industrial complex.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we're going to start making violent music. Do you want to know why? Because they own the prison systems and they get more money for how many people are in there.
Yeah.
And so
Privatized
that's when
prisons.
you saw a shift from De La Soul to NWA. And I'm not claiming nothing. I don't know who is, being influenced or nothing. But like, music has been way different since the 70s and 80s. What the hell is going on? Why is every like big female artist that the industry is pushing stripping on stage in front of kids, dude?
Why?
Tell me,
Good
dude.
question.
I want to know. I'm
Good
asking
question.
y'all, dude. Why, dude? It's
don't
so
have an
crazy.
answer.
It makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Not
just-
to mention some of the symbolism in these award
It's
shows.
fucking sickening,
It's
bro. And then
looking
it's
kinda,
like,
like,
how much,
demonic,
like,
bro.
and the whole Epstein fucking thing, bro.
Yeah.
It's sickening. And then whoever's involved in that needs to go down. I don't care who.
Which is tied to the entertainment
and,
industry.
and so I mean, the Pentagon has an entertainment budget.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
somebody
that's
needs to
crazy.
come out with like, don't believe the hype. You know what I mean? Like
That's what-
You know, and that's
hey,
what I was chuckling. I was like,
right,
yo,
right.
you sound like PE to me right now. You know what I mean?
Don't believe the hype. Stop the violence.
Right.
You know what I mean? We need a dead prez of 2026. You know what I
Or
mean?
Capital
Like,
Steez.
Capital
Right.
Steez.
Rest in peace.
Immortal Technique, man.
Well-
we need you, bro.
Lil Snoop.
Right.
You know what I mean? All right, so we had one of my favorite segments of the podcast, which we call Pick a Side.
Oh,
So we're gonna put you on the chopping block,
go.
man. Or you're gonna have to put certain people or things on the chopping block. And I'm gonna have you actually pick either or. These
good.
things can be people, places, or things.
let's get it.
And if you don't answer, if you choose not to answer, you're gonna go to the penalty round and you have to answer an even worse question, a personal
let's
question.
go.
And you cannot
All
back
right,
down.
all right, let's go. I'm
Cannot
not
back
scared.
down from
I'm
it.
not
All
scared.
right,
Let's
you better
go.
not be. You better not be. Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
Why?
I think he had more of a message, and like, I mean, they are both, two inspirational pillars, and I think Biggie might have maybe better storyteller, but I think I align more with Tupac's message, I think.
This is Herm Radio. On our Herm Radio, I tell people if I agree with them or not. I agree with you.
Let's go.
I'm a Tupac
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
I disagree with both of y'all.
Oh, word?
It's tough.
Word.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Biggie.
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Respect.
Let's be for real. Biggie.
Yeah, but P. Diddy,
Regardless of that, he had one of the better freestyles in history.
fair, respect.
Came out his double album is better than Pop's.
Fair. His voice.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. I don't know
we
about
go
that,
track
bro.
for track. You know what I'm saying? It got an answer. It got an answer. You know,
The album
he had
is
Jodeci.
classic.
Look, it's funny. He had Jodeci. We had R. Kelly. You know what I mean?
It's tough.
You know, kick in the door. I mean, I can go on for days.
Biggie has some really questionable lyrics.
Nah,
Yeah,
no.
yes,
had
he
a
does.
couple-
Absolutely, he
His
does.
wordplay-
There's a couple. I don't even.
Nah, I
I
disagree.
I
But
wouldn't.
no,
even,
you
I wouldn't
know what I'm
even
talking
say
about, though?
some of
No,
it, bro.
go ahead, because I heard this. Before.
I'm not gonna.
You should.
I'm not
you
gonna
should,
quote it on
you should
Herm
put,
Radio.
You should pull it up.
I'm not gonna pull it up because I know it. But there's certain stuff that Biggie said where I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Rewind.
pause.
Rewind.
And then it's like,
it's more than a pause.
yeah,
It's more than a
right.
pause.
And especially if you look at all of the shit coming out
who
now.
he's next to.
What was going on?
Yeah, what was going on?
I'll give you that. Pac was definitely more conscious. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you that. But as far as for me lyrically, I just don't think Pac was Biggie's level.
You know what? Biggie he had more of a masterful talent of dancing around lyrics, of taking words and playing them more.
Play.
Pac was not one of the most amazing wordsmiths.
Right.
For him, it was more the charisma and the message and the delivery.
Right. He had punches.
But nowadays, it's all charisma, message, and delivery. More so charisma and delivery than anything. So I will say that, yeah, I get anybody that says Biggie was a better rapper, but impact, iconic level, like who spoke to me, who like changed my childhood, I got to give it to Pac. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think DMX should be in that conversation.
So
DMX, Biggie, or Pac?
Yeah, that should be. He's I don't know. He's in that same category of just like the originality and the uniqueness, and there's no mistake in the DMX track. You know what I mean?
DMX is super iconic. One thing about both DMX and Biggie is their first projects was super impactful, but it started. Biggie only had 2, so that's not Biggie's fault. But DMX, a lot of his projects wasn't really hitting like that as he went through life.
See, and it's interesting you bring up DMX because to me, DMX lines more with Tupac.
Yeah, he does.
Because he felt his music.
You know
what I mean? So I think the difference for me, you know, from a DJ standpoint or just a hip hop listener, is that, you know, Tupac and DMX, you felt.
Yeah.
Biggie, you escaped to.
Yeah.
You know,
you're like inside.
Dreams.
Like you hear Juicy
You know what I mean?
when Juicy comes
Yeah, he
on,
was a
dude. You're
real
like
poet.
you're in the fucking
You know,
music video when Juicy comes on, dude. Right?
Now that's one thing about DMX. DMX could be like, "Get at me, dog."
Yeah.
You like he literally just get at me, dog. And it's like
music,
everybody's like, yeah,
You know what
but
I mean?
it's not. That's not necessarily intricate lyrics.
Yeah, he's not like. Yeah, I would agree.
You know what I
mean?
That's true. Feel that.
It's you feel his truth.
Yeah.
You feel his passion.
Right.
And he did have some great ways of dancing. Like DMX had some great ways. One of my favorite rappers, by the way. He had some great ways of like approaching a record. But if you really break it down from a lyrical rhyme scheme standpoint, yeah, you would say that Biggie is superior to both them guys. But at the same time, DMX has slipping. You know what I mean? Like slipping is like that touches your soul. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all heard like any of his prayers that he does live?
Oh, yeah.
That shit will make you cry.
Yeah,
That
bro.
shit is so impactful.
I wish he stayed alive and became a full blown preacher, man.
Yeah, right.
what I
I know that he past life he was a preacher or something, dude.
Yeah.
Tupac too, though.
I think this is what they were supposed to. I think this, like, I say like I wish he stayed alive and stuff, but it's like he made more impact than most preachers doing what he did.
That's why hip hop is so powerful because like other genres of music, it's kind of limited to what you can say because like of the time.
Right.
But hip hop, there's no like you can express the exact details of what you want to say.
Right.
And this is something that KRS-One talks about is like the mastery of knowledge is like the biggest superpower you can have because like you can unlock universes. It's like if you don't have the ability to tap into the correct words to use to describe something, that thing might as well not exist, is what he said. So it's like when you walk into a room, there's a universe where an electrician would look at this room and be like, oh, this, that, this, and the other. And it's like if you don't have that knowledge, you're not going to be able to even tell you what's up from down. Right. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I gotta.
But you know, to bring you back about DMX, interesting about it is that if you look at Belly now, you see the evolution of DMX throughout the movie. You know, even how he ends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is like.
Nah, that
creepy.
was a deep movie, bro.
You know,
that shit was deep, bro. They were all pieces of themselves in that movie. Like X, and I remember the documentary. Like X was talking about how he was really trying to be himself in that movie to a large extent. All right, here's another one for you. We're gonna change it a little bit, right? System of a Down or Rage Against the Machine?
It's okay. That's a hard one. I think I probably listen to and know more of System of a Down's music, but I think I like Rage Against the Machines. I feel like were they first? Did Rage? Yeah, they were first, right? Yeah, and so I think, they're kind of breaking barriers and breaking ground with that kind of style, that like Beastie Boys, type of style. Um, so I think I like the latter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that. All right, we got a few more for you. If you had to choose, mosh pit crowd or hip hop crowd?
Hip hop crowd. I'm getting too old for a mosh pit crowd, bro. My back and hips can't handle a mosh crowd. I like watching a mosh pit crowd from the balcony. But I mean, the hip hop crowd. That's my fam. I mean,
All right, I got a difficult one for you, based on what you said earlier. Outkast or Wu-Tang Clan?
oh, that is really hard.
Gotta pick one.
Personally, I like Outkast. I love Andre, bro. He's got the best hip hop voice of all time. His voice, there's nothing better than Andre 3K's hip hop voice, and his uniqueness and flow, and just like it's just so different from anything anyone else ever puts out.
True.
And Wu-Tang. I mean, I listened to a whole bunch of Wu-Tang, and I think, I would put Method Man and Ghostface Killer, Inspect the Deck, and maybe just those guys. I'd put Redman in because he's not he's an affiliate, but I'd put them all like in the top 15 of all time.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Inspect
like
the
they-
Deck doesn't get spoken on enough.
Yeah, no, dude, I know it.
You know who else is nice? Master Killer. People don't talk about
Yeah,
Master Killer
right.
enough.
I know. Or Capadonna.
Capadonna.
Yeah.
I think Genius gets freaking unspoken.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Genius.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying?
true.
His debut album,
Uh-huh.
extraordinary.
Yeah.
Samples on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those guys are awesome. You God.
You got it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. You Got Son is rapping now.
Yeah. Or how about, y'all know, was it Chris Rivers? Do you know Chris Rivers? He's Big Pun's kid.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
would
that's
be
right.
popping off.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
dude. He's really good. What's good, brother?
What up, bro? You can sit over here. We just wrapping this one up. Hold on, give him a second. Yeah, come on, sit over here. You can sit right there.
Just watch out for my phone. You can just move that aside the phone.
Put this stuff over here.
Yeah, you're
That's
good, bro.
Do a couple more of these questions and then we're gonna close it out.
Yeah, this is
I
good.
want to add something real quick.
Facts. I'm gonna just cut all this and just cut out so
Yeah.
it'll just keep
Let's
going
go.
seamlessly. How you doing, Genji?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming out.
No doubt. Let's get you.
Schoolyard.
It's good, though. J.Vybe. Yes, sir.
Most
to meet
amazing freestyle in the
Oh,
city.
yeah? Let's go,
Let's
bro.
go, man.
Should-
Do?
Let's go.
All right.
So you know it was a comparison is Outkast Wu-Tang. How about Outkast Goody Mob?
Goody Mob. I gotta go Outkast, man. That's just my favorite of all time. Aquemini and Speaker Box and Aliens and just everything. I don't know, man. That's like my favorite artist of all time is Andre 3K. So you'll never
I mean,
move.
there would be no Outkast without Goody Mob.
True.
That is true.
Yeah.
know.
Respect. For sure.
So that's like the chicken and the egg.
Yeah, that's Southern style. I forget what the year the award show was when Andre went on stage and he was like, "The South got something to say." That was one of the best
Yup.
moments ever, dude. I love that.
That was the Source. What was that? The Source?
Yeah,
Awards?
that was the Source
Yeah,
Awards,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that was the one when like Suge Knight got on stage and like all like
Yeah.
shit was popping off.
Man, that's the WWF had nothing on that, bro.
Yeah, right.
We still talking about that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's like when I've watched that video so many times, and like when
Yeah.
Snoop gets up there and he's like, "Y'all don't love me," I'm like, dude, that shit makes me want to throw a brick through a window, bro. You know what I
Picture the
mean?
tension in that room.
Yeah, I know, dude.
know
It,
what I
like when you know who was in the room with them, dude. And like that was right around the time I think when the CIA was getting involved, bro. You know what I mean?
I got one more. This is gonna be probably the most difficult one. And then we're gonna then I got a couple more things for you. We're gonna call it a day. For this one right here, right? You gotta pick. Only one can exist. Only one can exist, no matter what.
All right, let's go. Let me hear it.
Rock or rap.
Gotta go rap, man. Right, it's like I mean,
Right on,
rock's
right on.
rock's my pillar, and I love it. but rap's my profession and my craft, and I be pushing myself and writing every single day, and that's my craft. So rap it is.
Nah, that's love,
Yeah,
man.
hell
That's
yeah,
love, bro.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, that's done. We're all done with pick a side. J.Vybe, man, we've learned a lot about you during this podcast. We got to know how you think, the man behind the art. I want to ask you this: if you could perform with any artist, dead or alive, one artist on the stage with them, side by side, who would it be, dead or alive?
Andre, 3K.
Andre.
And if it was a band right now, I'm dead or alive, like Queen, but alive.
Damn, Queen and Andre?
Yeah, for a band, bro. For a band. As a band. So I
Whoa.
said for the band,
Yeah.
Queen. For rapping, Andre. And alive for the band, Goose. Because I think it's attainable. And I'm like pitching that.
You
at the
heard
moment.
it
Yeah.
here, folks.
Yeah, hell yeah.
J.Vybe, man, it's been a pleasure, fam.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having
Thank
me,
you
yo.
so much,
My
man.
brother.
Thanks
Hell
for
yeah.
coming through
Many
Herm
more
Radio.
shows will be rocked. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. And
Shout
let
out.
them know, is there anything that you want to make people hip to that you got going on, projects you're working on, shows coming up?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm booked through September. I know. I mean, I'm going tonight to hang out with Robbie Rowe and the fam at the Lynn Music Foundation at the Vault out in Lynn with a bunch of homies. Shout out Far From the Tree. We be doing a bunch of shows there. Shout out Blue Ox. We've been doing a bunch of shows there. The band played Todd Farm and Rowley the other day. Shout out Creative Collective. Bars Over Bars, Hustle Killer, all that good shit,
Fire,
man.
fire.
We be working hard out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
J.Vybe, it's been a pleasure, man. Herm
Okay.
Radio,
Hell
we
yeah.
out.
Thank you. Peace.